Hello, this is Derek from Trade Technicals Blog Spot and an economic report outside. It's summer. Okay, so this is the first trading day of the summer and the markets got tanked today. The Dow down 2.3%. The S&P and the Nasdaq both over 3% to the downside. This is also the first time since the March bottom when the stock market has, on the S&P that is, has been below the 5-day, the 10-day, the 20, and the 50-day moving averages at the same time. The S&P 500 closed below 900. Many bearish signs that are coming to the stock market. And everyone has been saying on the mainstream media before that it looks like we've hit a bottom, where on a technical level, okay, great, we've had this big gain. We've seen the S&P 500 go from 650 to over 900. That's very impressive, if it was a free market, that is. Now, what I want to see is what happens on the next retracement? Are we going to break that previous high we made a few weeks ago, or are we going to break the March lows? So, to say that we hit a bottom because of one rally is primitive or lying, in my opinion. The World Bank has sees the economy going into a much deeper slump over the next little while. Man, they were saying everything was just going to be so hunky-dory just recently. And now that they're saying this recovery I was so excited about that was supposed to happen, I guess, sometime in July. Man, I don't know if it's going to happen now, especially now that the stock market got hammered today. The Fed is talking about an exit strategy as they have been buying treasury bills for so long this year. We're talking unprecedented, if you will, buying them over and over. And where are they getting this money from? Yeah, they're typing in a few numbers on the computer, printing some pieces of paper, and that's how they get their money. It's phantom money, as Mr. Gerald Celente would talk about. And we're seeing all these other countries, China, Japan, Russia, Canada even, I'd only gotta hope, every single country getting their way out of the United States dollar. Okay, so we got the Fed, back to the Fed, 2:30 on Wednesday is the FOMC rate decisions. I don't think they're going to really change them too much, but there's going to be, obviously, the news they're going to be talking about, as boring as it's going to be. Don't be surprised to see a lot of volatility in the stock market. And even if they do raise interest rates like 50 or 100 basis points, boom, stock market, we're talking Dow down 130 points in 1.3 minutes. Yeah, that's what usually happens around 2:30. So if you're a type of day trader, you don't like too much volatility, get out of all your positions by 12 or 1 o'clock on Wednesday. It's going to be something else. The prediction right now is for it to go to the downside, but it's not really the most freest of markets if you really think about it. Now, like I said before, we had the World Bank seeing economies going into a deeper slump, and I was saying how it was these mainstream media who were saying that things were going to be fine 3 weeks ago. There's so many signs of an economic recovery, and as I was saying on here, they really didn't give too many signs. They just say, oh, this is what we see, this is what we think, but they never backed up the predictions. And that's the funny thing, because you're going to have people like Timothy Geithner say, oh, the dollar's fine. Barack Obama's going to say things are fine. Read an article from the Associated Press or Reuters saying things are fine, but they never give you too many reasons to why. Yet when we're hearing people like the alternate media here on YouTube, or even the people like Mr. Celente and Peter Schiff talk about reasons why things are not going to go well, they give reasons to support their views. That's the big difference there. So if you can't give reasons to back up your statements, then how good are they? But the bottom line is, today they say things are looking bad. 3 weeks, things are fine. Heck, 4 or 5 months ago, it was a doomsday scenario. And you know what? Probably the next few months, they're going to say things are amazing again. What I'm saying is CNBC or any of these mainstream medias, they're going to give you different mixed messages. So it's really tough to really put too much pride or too much agreement to what they say when they keep changing their mind more than and you know what I'm talking about on that. So as far as the dollar situation is concerned, like I've said, many other countries are getting out of it. Question is, are you getting out of it? I mean, I'm not saying get rid of all of it out at the same time, because as long as you can still get assets for dollars, you should still be trying to get dollars or having dollars. But at the same point, you want to get yourself into your exit strategy too. So if you're out there buying commodities or assets on a weekly, daily, monthly, or whatever basis, then you're doing what is needed. But as long as the pieces of paper and digital computer numbers are still able to get you products, get you fertilizer, get you food, get you gold, get you silver, get you a tractor, whatever it is you think is good, then great. But the thing is, the dollar is going to go through a revolutionary period. I follow the Mayan calendar, so that does help me as far as figuring out dates, which quite frankly is ironic how it matches a lot with what WebBot is saying and with what Celente is saying, which is really at the end of this year, at the start of next year is where all of this stuff happens. And it's going to happen because of the people. The people are the ones, if the people just sit back and don't do it, oh man, that's not going to happen. The people are going to revolt. Whether you're the poor people, the ones that are going to lose it, as Mr. Celente says, when you have nothing left to lose, and you're going to lose it. And if you're one of those people, who do you want to go after? Do you want to go after the ones that caused the problems, or the ones that didn't cause the problems? But that's not really about that. What it's all about is you're going to have the people that are going to have the difficult times. They're not just going to take it very easily. At least not all of them. And then the people that are just whole sick of this Ponzi scheme and being slaves to the dollar. That's the type of thing, whatever the revolution has in store for us, because it's coming. That's what's really going to signify that dollar crisis. And there's going to be a time where people are not going to want to accept paper money. So that's the type of strategies that I'm talking about, because if you're worth, say, $250,000, if you're trying to make that number grow higher, you're amazing at picking stocks, whether it's on the long or the short side, you turn that into $500,000. Well, what good is it if people don't accept it anymore? So the strategy you need, everyone's strategy is different, but the basis strategy that I talk about is getting out of dollar and into actual real assets, whatever suits you, whatever you can do to help your families out, your friends, whatever you know you can use to barter for other assets, because you're worried, well, I don't have enough seeds for 2011. Well, if you have gold, you can buy seeds, stuff like that. Anyway, this is rambling. I hope this video serves you well. Peace and light. Bye-bye, everyone. Enjoy the summer.